Hello and welcome to the final of the tab video line. It's just going to be a quick one, this one, because it's just the last two things. So we've been, in the first video, we've been through the first five, so the beam to ship, the transwarp, scan, hail, Dominion, Federation, Empire, and Romulan. I'm not sure what the Romulan one, I can't remember. But they will just have hail and something else, but this is for the Dominion. And the STO was all done in the first video. The second video involved dilithium store, your duty officer arrangement and how to use them, the queue events, fleet, and the more help option for the game itself. The last video had how to use the map, and well, what the map does and how to use it, your character, your inventory slot, and we actually looked at the bank slots as well and how they interact with the other bank and characters, your mail and how to access your mail and get items from a different mail source. Social is just basically your fleet and other people you've befriended on the game. Game menu is just help you do settings and contact certain things and change your character. And then this was just for basically support from the STO team. So basically, if you've got any problems, you just click on here and go through what you need. The last one we're going to look at is this and the boost. Pretty much self-explanatory, which is why it's just going to be very short. So if you click on that, it will tell you what you get at each level. Now with the Dominion, you get everything up to level 60. Because that's where you start. You start at a level 60 and you've got to get the next 5 levels. So the ability to so that's your promotion from like an ensign to a lieutenant, lieutenant commander, and so forth. Okay, so the space abilities is basically the skill tree, space abilities, and ground. So you get 9,000 experience points and evasive maneuvers. So that's like a passive thing you have for your ships. So we'll have a quick look at traits. Space. Let's move this over and have a look. Evasive. So E. Nope. Starship traits. E. Nope. Space traits. Nope. Evasive maneuvers. I would have assumed it would be in here. It wouldn't be in that one. No. Okay. I was wrong about that. Okay, so you can go through all this yourself. Again, each character will have a slightly different setting. So this is the Dominion rewards. The Romulans, Federation, and Klingons will have slightly different. So they'll probably say Lieutenant on the Federation. I can't remember the Dominion, the Romulan ones, but they're like the Roman Empire sort of levels of military. So we can go through all that, but it would just be kind of pointless because it's you don't need to worry about it because you start at level 60. The only things we need to worry about are these last 5. So you'll have Honoured First, so with that, as you start the game, that's how you start off, as an Honoured First. First starship. Okay, so that's a... Let's have a look. Acquire ship. Elite First. Okay, so we'll go to Elite First. So you'll get one of these ships. Well, there are so many. Actually, go on to battle cruisers, so Raptors, Raiders. Let's have a look. Other. Okay, Cardassian. That's I think everyone gets this, not just the Dominion. So it's not that. It's not small craft. Battle cruisers. Let's have a look at the Dominion battle cruisers. It's kind of hard because the Dominion have a slightly similar overall shape. The designs are completely different. So that, okay. There are no Dominion ships. I guess it's just tier 6. There you go, Jem'Hadar ship, tier 6. So Elite First. Huh, would not have expected. I would have expected something in there that was Dominion only. Kalis is Klingon. Huh. Okay. Number 2, any single bridge officer specialization menu. So that will be, let's have a look. Skills, specialization. So it's unlocking one of these. So this one is an engineering intelligence officer, but I can unlock, you can just have a random one and unlock it. Okay, honored first, level 63 space ability. So you get a few extra points. For a tactical, which is mine, vulnerability assessment suite. That is a passive, I'm pretty sure that's a passive suite for your ship. So something that you don't need a slot for, but it's active on your ship. So it should not show up in traits. So a vulnerability, so V to U. That's probably why that first one didn't show up. And grounded. Yeah. Again, that's, yeah. Okay. Gamma Quadrant Duty Officer. Okay, so that is something like that. It's a pack where you get 4 common, 2 uncommon or better, 1 and a bonus item, which is normally research equipment. Not research equipment, sorry. I can't think of it. Stuff. So you can see here, we're Federation only, Klingon only, both factions. So you can see what you'll get, the potential of what you'll get. Again, common is... Oh, expand all. Common is a very easily gotten weak level character. Uncommon is the green, a bit stronger. And you can, let's see if I can get to the top. Okay, so tactical... I'm not sure, 50% chance. Actually, it's not really that. It's easy to explain these when you're doing a duty officer mission, but you can see there's rare, very rare. I don't think there's any. Oh, yeah, no ultra rare. Epics. I think there's only 1 epic in the game so far, unless they've upgraded that. Okay, and we'll close that. Gamma Quadrant. Admiralty Hero Ship card. Okay, so that is. This thing here, so many tabs. So let's just pick a random one and have a look through the ships. I'm guessing it's epic because it's gold. Let's rarity. Let's go for epic. There you go. I was gonna say that was pretty weak. Okay, so there you can see it's critical rating from events, so you'll just get a bit extra damage from that. So these a bit extra. Let's have a look. So 76 critical chance. So critical chance success. So you can see there's no way of failing this, I'd assume, because between the 2 of those you should be able to get that, but you still need to get that to 50 to be 100% certain. But that's what you get. Okay, let's have a look at the next thing. The accommodations. Now, this is pretty much all explained within your not status, assets, overview. There's so many tabs. You can see here, this here is pretty much this. You got your Marauder and stuff. The Marauder, yeah, you can see here where the Marauder information from levels 1 through to 4, and you got all your things all the way down, and you can get that just from clicking on that. So that's really kind of useless. You only really need to look at this as you're leveling up. If you start from level 1 especially, you can have a quick look at this and just see what your bonuses will be. You can see here where every 10 levels at the beginning, there's 10. And there's 20, and then towards the end there, 50, 55, 60, 65. You can see where they've actually put the little crew level. So the Federations have pips. The Jem'Hadar have little, I'm not sure what they're called, but they'll be like the version, Jem'Hadar version for pips. Okay, so that's quite useless once you get to level 65, but while you're leveling up, you want to keep looking at that. You want to make sure that when you get... let's see. new trade slot. A new trait slot. So when you get a new trait slot, that's this thing here. I'm not sure if it's one for each or just one for a particular one, but it used to be just the 9, and you had to choose between all of these and all of these. You had to choose which 9 you wanted, but then with one of the updates, they actually separated to 9 ground traits, 9 space traits, and they added a few of these as well. So they've actually listened to the people that play the game, who said, look, it's kind of hard if you play ground all the time and have to go to space and change it constantly. So they actually listened and actually split them into 2. So it's good that the STO community, or the STO creators, actually listen to the players. Okay, and this last little bit here is just boost, self-explanatory. Experience. So every time you do something, your experience goes up. Again, with the Jem'Hadar, I didn't bother because it was already at level 60. It's quite easy to get level 65, but if you're starting with any other kind of character at level 1, this will just help you boost your speed up a little bit. Commendation boosts. Dang it. Commendation. I'm trying to remember what that one is. Fleet credit and fleet marks is easy. So whenever you donate something, you'll get fleet credit, which is this here. Dilithium is one dilithium for a credit, but stuff like fleet marks, I think it's like 10 points per point, and there are others like energy credits where I think you get 1 per 10 or something. I can't really remember. I normally just dump the stuff in and move on. I'm not one for looking at that because I'm up in the millions of my fleet credits in my main character. So that's fleet credits and fleet marks. Fleet marks, again, one of the apart from dilithium, fleet marks are the two main things needed. If you go to anything, fleet marks and dilithium will more than likely be the 2 that are always there. I think last time we went through this. Oh, there we go. What's that? Only dilithium, but fleet marks and dilithium are the 2 main ones. It's so the fleet works together, and you can get a lot of points for your fleet marks. That the fleet marks just helps your fleet get built. The higher the level, the more benefits you get from that. Salvage boost. I've never actually bothered using salvage before, but when you're doing research, you can re-engineer, and you just need some salvage. Salvage will help, and again, I don't think I've got enough salvage. There's my salvage, and I don't have any dilithium, so I won't be able to do anything. But if you're not happy with the level something is at, let's have a look. Or what the benefits are. Let's have a look. Nope. Nope. Oh, there you go. So KPF, PSG, and weapons damage. If you're not happy with that, you just dump this here. You can't take it from the character, but from your account, your inventory you can. You dump it there, and you can actually change, try to change it. And probably have weapon damage ×3, so you put 3 extra points of damage out. So that's how that one works. The salvage, again, I don't really use salvage. I basically just upgrade everything to a gold and try to keep it as high as possible with best. If I come across something better, I will swap them out. Research school and XP. So every time you build something, I guess we'll have to choose something. Confirm. You'll earn 50 XP, but with this you'll get a boost of an extra 20 to 50% depending on which boost you use. So you'll get an extra 10 to 25 extra points per usage. I don't actually use the research. I just try to max them out to level, and I always use these ones, the 20-hour 6,000 XP. With that and this, you can really boost your XP, but there are events where they put out double the XP. That happens once every couple of months, but I like to do one of each, as you can see in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just do one of each for the first top 6. You can get level them all up to level. I think it's 20 is the highest. Level up to level 20, and you get level 6 of them, and then you just do the last 2. You just do 3 of each. You can't do any more than 3 of each. For some reason, they've maxed it out at 3, and they might have changed that again. I've already got mine upgraded on my main character, and that's the only one I've played with. But that's how their boosts work. I just can't remember what the commendation boosts are. Commendation. Oh, this. The Marauder stuff. Okay, now I remember. It took me a while, but my brain got there. So basically, when you do your duty officer assignments, whatever... 47? Okay, you'll get 47 military XP, but you can get anywhere from 20 to 50% extra. So that's your commendation from these. So that's for all the different ones that are available. So that's military. Have a look at the medical, and it'll be, whoa, 688 medical. Okay, so why is that? That is a 20 hours. So that takes a full day. And as you can see, it's 1 of 4. So it's actual storyline assignment log. There's nothing in here, but once you do one of these, it will actually show up that you've done 1 of 4, 2 of 4, and probably every sector, if not every quadrant, will have its own set. Most star bases will have their own sector set like that. Some might just be 2 or 3. Others might go up to 8. I think 8 was the most I can remember, but again, that's on my main character. So again, if you have any questions, more than happy to do extra videos on them. Again, I've been through all of these tabs around here, which are the main ones. I just done these ones, so if you have any questions, any further questions about in-depth analysis of stuff, again, I really don't see the point in going through every single one of these. You can take your time and go through them yourself. You can, like, as you can see, every single one of these will expand out, and there's so much information for them. If you want to have your crew members, your ground weapons doing as much damage as possible, you just pick the weapon output. You can see here assault training. So this is assault weapons only. So this won't work with pistols. Let's see if I can see the R&D. Ground weapons. So you got blast, ground, okay, compression pistol, blast assault, dual pistol, full auto, high density, minigun, pulse wave, sniper, split beam, stun pistol, wide beam pistol. So you can see there's quite a few. Now with my character, when it was pre-built, there was 2 guns put in there automatically, and these must be the 2 you start off with. I'll just have to assume. So pistol training and rifle training. So if you don't use a pistol, you can always take that out, unclick it, and boom, it's gone. Again, I don't really care about ground performance, because I'm more of a space-based fighter. But I'll swap that out for something later on, because where are you? I lost it. There it is. Because for now, they're the 2 weapons that my character uses. Once I've gotten enough weapons and upgraded enough weapons and sorted out my character to the full extent I want it, I will then sort out all my traits. Again, he starts off pretty strong. There's not much to worry about. I need to, with this particular character, just so you know, your fleet credits are not character swappable. If you've got 100 characters and they're all in the same fleet, and one character's got 1 billion credits, you can't share a single credit with another character on your profile. Each and every toon you have or captain you have has to get their own fleet credits. So yeah, so even though I've got, I think, 2 others in this fleet with the Klingons, this one has just got that little bit. I need a couple of 100,000, if not 1 million credits to upgrade particular things. Especially if I want to get, I don't have it on the ship. Especially if I want to get the hangar pets at ultra rare. You can get them rare when you get the ships. You can get very rare from the lithium store, but ultra rare comes from your fleet. And I think different stations might have different hangar pets, but most of them I think I got from my sphere. What is it? Oh, spire. Yeah, from the spire from within the sphere. Ooh, that's a mouthful. any more questions you have about this, I'm more than happy to try to explain it in more detail. I know I'm not the most articulate person, but I do try. I am getting used to talking. I'm more of a not say quiet, but I don't really speak a lot. Okay. So yeah, any questions? Please leave a comment below. Any suggestions of making the channel better? Please leave a comment. This channel isn't just for Star Trek Online. I do play a lot of other games. I am planning on doing a Fallout 76 playthrough. I think it's a month away, probably less than a month away. So I'm happy to do one of those. I do want to try to keep the swearing out of it, so I'm hoping there's a because I want to try to keep this family friendly. So I'm hoping there might be an option to kick in the gameplay to stop the swearing if there is any. And I'll do a playthrough of Fallout 74. I've done a few other gameplays, so I'm more than happy to go back and do a full gameplay instead of just a quick run through to show you what I was up to. Hopefully with the next playthrough, if I do one, it'll be a lot clearer and more thought out before, because a lot of the first ones were just kind of jumpy all over the place sort of things, and I'm hoping to do a lot better. So if you do have any comments, just leave a comment down below. I'm more than happy for criticism, but I do just ask that you keep it civil in the conversation, that's all. Thank you and goodbye.